Wayne, ultimately it was a lapse in concentration at the back that has let the team down today. How can you sum up that kind of loss?
It's a tough one to take, that, to be honest. I think we've done ever so well. I think we've competed really, really well. I think in the main we've been really, really solid, looked organised. I think defensively we've done well today. I need to see the free kick. I need to see the award of the free kick back. It looks soft to me. And I'm at a completely wrong angle to judge whether people are in the wrong position or whether it's gone straight in, whether it's took any kind of a deflection. I'm not sure. Just feels like a real kick in the teeth to play a team who's up there and not really be able to tell who's where in the league in terms of positions. I think there were little to choose between the teams. I don't think either keeper's had any saves to make, and it's been a game of very, very few chances. Spoilt by obviously the wind. Conditions were tough for both teams. I just think it was a really good, honest performance from us, and I'm sick for the boys that again we've come away with no points. Definitely for me, should have been a 0-0 draw. Means nothing now, but I think we can take credit and I think we can take heart from the performance, and I think if we compete against the top sides like we have done today, then I feel sure we will pick some points up against those teams. We've not asked enough questions. The disappointing part for me today, if there was one, is first half with the wind at us backs, we've not really asked any questions or enough questions of Marine in terms of the back line and the keeper. I can't remember him having any real saves to make. I think we've got in good areas at times, but then refuse to put the ball in the box, which is frustrating because it's something that we work on regularly. I don't think we've been as sharp in our attacking play as we sometimes can be. We've chucked everything at them in the last 10 minutes or so, or 15 minutes after they'd scored. But again, just didn't really build enough pressure, didn't really get into the right areas to try and to nick what would have been a deserved equaliser and the right result for me. For me, a point each would have been fair. But life's not fair, football's not fair, and unfortunately we sit here again with no points.
It was such a tough February with 6 away games on the bounce and no home games. How positive is it to see someone come in like Nathan Newell, who only signed yesterday, and put such a performance in? They got a man of the match.
Yeah, I like the look of Nathan. I've had good reports from him. I've tried getting him a couple of times previous, and we finally managed to do that. It's been an area of the pitch where sometimes we've struggled, and he's coming in at 19 years old. He's looked assured. He looks quick. He's got a good left foot. I think as he gets more comfortable with the surroundings, obviously, like I said, he's met the players briefly Thursday night at training, and then obviously got thrown straight into the game today. I think he can take huge credit from the game. I also think Jack Egan's done well on the other side, fullback wise. As I said, I think defensively as a whole, it's not been our strong point at all this season. But I think barring the award of a soft free kick and a little bit of a free goal, I think they've defended pretty well today. So credit to them. I'm the first to criticise us defensively, and I think on the flip side of that, I don't think we've been as sharpest in front of goal or asked enough questions today going forward. But as I said, a point against Marine would have been a great point. Something to build on, gives you confidence for the tough February. We know we've got away games. We know we're playing Workington and then Ramsbottom in the next two. So yeah, it don't get any easier. Again, I've said this many times. We can have a sulk and feel sorry for ourselves, and it's easy to do that on days like today. Or we can be positive. We can take all the stuff that we've done well out of the game today. The way that we've competed, the way that we've battled, the way that we've looked compact and we've looked solid, and we can take that forward into what's undoubtedly a tough game next week. But listen, we don't fear anybody in this league. Listen, it's a tough league, and clearly there's good sides in there, and we're playing a couple of good sides in the next two. But if our lads perform to their ability and to their maximum, then they'll give anybody a game. We due a little bit of a change of luck. We're not getting any of that at the minute, and it's the old adage that when you're down there you don't get any luck, and that's proven true. Not any luck certainly since I've been here, but there's some positives and there's been some bright performances. The work rate's been fantastic, and I've said from day one, if the lads give everything for the cause, if the work rate is there, if the passion and desire is there, and you still get beat, as hard as it may be, like it is today, you can kind of live with that and you can accept that. It's when we don't turn up for 45 minutes, like Pickering, like Runcorn, like Marine away from home. They're the ones that sting a bit more. Disappointed ultimately. Like I said, we've got nothing for his efforts today, but proud of the lads' performance, very little to choose between the teams all game, and they're a team who look a little bit of a shoe-in for playoffs at least.
Thackley in the West Riding Cup on Tuesday, is that a game that you're targeting to win and possibly go further in that competition? Is it a competition which you're hoping to get into the extreme latter stages of?
Obviously we're the holders, so we want to give a good defence of the trophy. We've not really got a lot of options to change things around anyway because of the amount of people that are cup tied. So we'll see a few young lads again featuring on the bench. It'll be a strong side that we put out, and for confidence purposes, for momentum, we want to try and win as many games as we possibly can. It'll be tough. I anticipate it'll be similar to the Garforth game, where Thackley will give a real good account of themselves. We know what they're about, coming from a similar league in my previous job. Pat's doing a good job down there, and it'll be a tough game. I don't think the pitch will be in the best of nicks, but it's something we've got to go and deal with. And we want to go as far and as deep into the competition as we can. And if we can do that, if we can potentially get to a final with a bit of a look in the draw, and obviously ultimately stay up, which we will, and I've got no doubts about that, then we probably can look back on this season with a little bit of satisfaction in terms of objectives achieved. Obviously, the key will be to build and in the summer and make sure this club doesn't have the kind of season it's having this season ever again anytime soon, and we'll do that, and I'm confident about that. It's just really difficult to take defeats like today, so I don't think it was justified or warranted.
Here's hoping for a win on Tuesday. Thanks, Wayne.
Top man.